Hey guys, so today I'm going to be showing you how I made these candy or inside out inspired ears. I did do them with the idea of inside out in mind, but of course they are just kind of cute candy looking inspired. So without further ado, let's jump into this tutorial. So first things first, you're going to need some floral wire. I just used this beautiful Dollar Tree floral wire in the purple color, and then I also got these beads from Dollar Tree. They come with 5 colors and they're very like jewel tones. They don't technically have red for anger, but I thought pink was nice because of Bing Bong. So starting out, you're going to need a round thing to bend your wire around. I've actually already done one ear, but I'm going to show you guys on the second ear. I have done this in other tutorials before. If you're curious, I'll have those videos linked below. I've made quite a few pairs of wire ears on my channel prior to this video. So I am using this Bath & Body Works candle to make the round ear shape. I think these candles are literally the perfect thing for this job. And then I'm bending the wire on the outside of the ear toward the center. These ears are the first wire ears I've ever made that didn't have a floral crown, so I did have to do something a little bit different in order to hide the wire and not make it so obvious that they're glued onto the headband. So just by using this candle, I'm going to make that ear shape, and then using my ear spacing template, that's how I actually get the completed ears. So I get both ears and then the spacing between the ears by using this template. I will have this template linked in the description box below, as I do in all of my ear tutorials for you guys, if you need it. Now as far as stringing the beads on, that is super simple. This tutorial actually was made because my daughter was begging me to make a pair of ears with her, and she can't do any of the hot gluing and stuff, so I tried to come up with something that I thought her little fingers could help with. So I had her string all of the beads in the pattern that she chose, and so these are kind of extra special to me. But once you've got that really good ear rounded shape, it might take a couple tries just to get it exactly right. That's why I would highly encourage y'all to do all of the shape before stringing the beads. I, like a dope, did one ear and then shaped the other ear. It just makes it a little bit harder that way. But anyway, then you're going to go ahead and string all of your beads on in whatever pattern you choose. Super simple. And then once you've done that all the way around, you have your beaded ears. So this is what your shape should look like before you attach it to the headband. And what you're going to want to do first is get it lined up using the spacing template and make sure that it's correctly placed on the headband. Make sure you take your time doing this. I don't know about you guys, but nothing bothers me more than when I have crooked ears. So I'm just going to lay down a little bit of hot glue in the center and allow that to dry. I call this tacking. It's just basically where you use the hot glue as a means of keeping it straight while you go back and then add more. So don't go too crazy with the hot glue in the center. The bow will cover up the majority of it, but this isn't like when I've made floral ears in the past where the flat flowers are going to cover up everything. So this one's a little bit more sparing, but you also want them to be secure, so we got to kind of find the middle ground with that. Once your hot glue is totally set and dried in the center, now we're going to go ahead and tack down the sides of these ears. So this part's a little bit different than in videos past. I did curve the wire in. A subscriber actually suggested that to me, and that's how I've been doing all of my wire ears since then. Such a great suggestion. But you're going to want to trim off as much of the excess as you can, where you just kind of have a tiny little edge sticking out. And then we're just going to tack this down with a little bubble of hot glue. This does make it blend in. As you can see, I've already done the other side with the beads. I did kind of get curious if you could maybe just glue a bead down on the end and then like glue that onto the headband. I'm not really sure. I just chose to do it this way. So just add a little bit of hot glue right there on the end. And you do want to be pretty generous with this, just making sure that the wire is totally kind of encased in a ball of glue. That's what's going to make sure that it is adhered nicely. Now that being said, I would say that these are a smidge fragile just because they are wire ears. All wire ears are considered fragile in my opinion. But they're also super lightweight and really comfortable. So that's kind of the bonus. And now we're going to move on to the bow. So I have made a bow very similar to this on my scrump ears. This is actually the same fabric. I just picked out this pink plushy fabric. I love this for Bing Bong, and that's kind of what I was going for with the bow on this. So I'm just going to do my little cheater method where I don't have to sew anything, and I'm gonna line the side with hot glue and then fold it halfway in. And then I'm gonna do the same thing on the other side. So I'm gonna do glue all around the edge of the fabric and then fold it in and make a little rectangle of fluffy pink fabric. Make sure you tap the glue. That works a lot better than trying to smudge the glue with your finger, especially with this fabric. And then I am going to pinch this and make sure it makes a nice pretty bow shape. And now that I have it all pinched and nice, I'm going to add 2 dots of hot glue down to the center and kind of pinch it together and let them dry. That's not going to perfectly make the bow, but it does make it easier when you're adding your little strip of fabric. So then I just cut a thin 1/2 inch strip of fabric and I'm wrapping that around just one time, adding a hot glue dot to start it, and then once I get to the edge, I clip off the excess, add another dot of hot glue, and then press down the edge. Make sure you guys have subscribed to my channel because I do actually have a video coming out of all the different types of bows that you can make for ears, so that if you ever want a reference point, you can just check that out. The next step of this is adding little candies because Bing Bong cries candy. So I picked up these little candy ornaments last year at Hobby Lobby during their Christmas sale. Their Christmas stuff will probably be out pretty soon. It usually comes out in summertime, but obviously if you're not wanting to go out to stores, you could try to order it online or maybe something off Amazon. But I'm using the little lollipops as well as the little like wrapped candies because that reminded me the most of his quote-unquote tears. Now the little lollipops do have a little loop on the top for the ornament string, but good news is those snap right off. So I just broke them off. Do be careful. I used these in my Vanellope Halloween costume a few years ago actually. And I put them in my hair and the little sticks on the lollipops do pop off kind of easily, so just be gentle with them. And then I am just adding hot glue to these and pressing it down onto the bow. Sorry if the camera gets a little shaky. My daughter was watching me do this part and she kept like holding on to the tripod. So just rolling with the punches. So yeah, I just kind of added what I liked. I actually thought this pink one blended in too much with the color of the bow, but my daughter begged me to put it on, so I did end up adding it. But I think that this little yellow lollipop actually went a little bit better. Don't tell Kella I said that. So yeah, last candy, and then the bow is all done. So now we're just going to add the bow to the center of the headband. So I'm just going to add some hot glue down to the bottom center of the bow and then firmly press that down into the headband. This will cover up the glue from the wire really nicely and also just adhere the bow strongly to your headband. So just go ahead and clean up any hot glue strings that might be kind of sticking to the fabric, and that's it, guys. These ears are all finished. These are so comfortable. Like, it feels like you have nothing on your head. It is awesome. I love that they're inside out inspired, but also these could work for anybody just liking kind of the sweet treats look. And the best part is because they're almost rainbow, they match everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know if you have any questions in the comments below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss out on future ear tutorials, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!